Hello everyone. Today we will be seeing about functions and how we can define our own functions in Python. So in last video I taught you that print is one of the functions, or you can call it an inbuilt function of Python that already has been defined by the compilers or the makers of Python language. So as taught earlier, we can with the help of print function we can tell the Python language or the Python compiler to print or display whatever we want as it is, like this. Now everyone would love to create their own functions and command Python to perform that function and perform the need of their user. So for that purpose we define functions as per our needs. For that we use the keyword def. Def is a short form for define. However, we will only write def. It's a keyword to define functions. So the basic syntax or the basic format to define a function is like this. We have to write def keyword, then the function name, whatever function we want, and we can add the parameters. Now what is parameters? I will just let you know. Or simply, in simple terms, parameters are nothing but the variables or the keywords that you already provide with while defining the function. So you will learn about parameters in detail as we proceed in this video, and you have to add a colon here. So this proves that you are defining a function. Now let's simply define a function like this. So here, for example, we have to create a function that multiplies any given two numbers. For that we will write def multiplication. For suppose that's the name of my function, or let's write multiply, and suppose I'm adding the parameters num1 comma num2. Now this num1 and num2 are the parameters. Now what does they do? Now it's important to note that as soon as I press enter after this colon, it jumps few spaces from the start. Now this is called as indentation or indentation. Sorry, not indentation, it's called indentation. Now so basically indentation is used to specify that we are creating a separate block under this keyword. Under the keyword def we are creating a separate keyword, separate block, and we will write everything under this block. Now in future or in the further videos where we will learn about the if statements, conditional statements and loops, there this indentation plays a vital role, and if the indentation is wrong then the code gives an error. Now for that we can simply press the tab key, or commonly it's used as 4 spaces, 1 2 3 4. And if while defining the functions or in the conditional statements, and when you are using an IDLE environment like Jupyter Notebook or any other software or a website, then after adding the colon, when you press enter, it automatically jumps to few spaces from the start. So now let's proceed with the code. So now we are specifying the code to multiply, where mul is called as a variable. Mul, or any, you can name the variable as per your desire. So this mul variable stores the value of num1 multiplied by num2. Okay, so this is the basic function that I want the function to perform. Now we will just ask the function to return mul, that is the value of the variable mul. Now return here is another keyword which simply does the task of returning the result. Whatever result is generated and is stored in this in the corresponding variable, it just simply returns it. Now as it is returned, we have to collect it and display as per our need. So now I am calling this function. Now how can we call this function? We simply have to write the name of the function, and within the bracket we have to provide the values that needs to be multiplied. For example, I am giving 3 comma 4. Now I want 3 into 4, that is 3 multiplied by 4. Now here this 3 gets added in the position of num1 and 4 is assigned to num2. Now this is what a parameters do. You can call this as parameters or even arguments. So basically this stores the parameters or arguments, stores the values that we provide to the function while calling it. So here we have called the function, but as the value is returned, we have to store this value, or basically we have to collect this value somewhere. So for that we'll make a variable like this is equal to multiply 3 comma 4. Now simply by giving this statement print function, the result of multiplication is, now out of the double inverted commas we have to provide a result. Now whatever we write inside the double inverted comma, it gets printed as it is. So if I write a result within the double inverted comma, it will be printed as it is and we won't get the result. So for simplification, let us run this program and you can see that the result of multiplication is 12, and which is correct, that 3 into 4 is 12. Now if I, for example, if I just simply copy this program and just adding it here, and if I just simply remove this double inverted comma and added it here, then it would simply print whatever I have written here. You won't get the answer 12. So for that purpose we have to add this double inverted comma at the before the variable that we need to print. Now where are these functions used, and what is the importance of this function? Functions are basically very useful when we are writing a long programs and we need a certain code to repeat itself again and again in the program. For example, if we are creating any program, and for instance if we have same program of multiplication multiple times occurring multiple times in the same program, then we can simply define this program or define this code block, multiply code block, and we can call this function whenever we want at the corresponding positions. So we don't need to write this program again and again. This saves time, space and efficiency. So let us, for a more clear idea, let us define another function for example, here I am taking a function of where the function takes the marks, adds it to provide sum and give an average of all the results. So here define df marks, and here I am taking 3 subjects, s1 comma s2 comma s3. You can take as much as you want, or you can even set a loop which runs as per the need of the subjects, as per the amount of subjects. We will learn about loop further in detail. So these are for here let me just define sum is equal to s1 plus s2 plus s3. Okay, now I am taking the average, which is simply the total s1 plus s2 plus s3 divided by 3. For that I'll just divide sum by 3. Okay, now I'm asking the function to return sum and average. Okay, now as I'm returning multiple statement, it gets returned as a tuple. We'll learn about tuple in future. For now, let us simply, for simple understanding, let us understand tuple as a list. So here it returns this sum as the return values, multiple values as a list. For that we have to assign different variables: total, marks, comma, average is equal to marks and I'm providing 3 marks, 80 comma 93 comma 87. Now I'll just ask the function to print total marks of student, and I'll print total score marks. I'll just add another statement, print average of total marks, which is average. Okay, so now we'll just run this code. You can see that the Python compiler added all the marks and also provided with the average of the total marks. So this is how you can define any function as per your need and call the same function with this simple statement. You can see this simple statement again and again in the same program as much time you need. So this was about functions and how to define functions. If you like this video and if you want more such videos, you can please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming videos. Thank you.